This is Burak Berkel. So today we are going to make some meatballs with potatoes. This is one of my favorite recipe and I always want to do it. I think it's gonna be good for weekend. For this recipe we're gonna use basically ground beef, some potatoes, onions, parsley. These are the main ingredients we're gonna use. It's kinda long, but I think everyone can handle it very easily. So let's get started. I'm gonna start with my bread. This is very old bread that I got a long time ago. But you can just use if you have a bread like 2 days old, 3 days old. You can also use that. I'll just use this much. If you don't have bread, you can also use panko. I don't like the skin of the bread, so I usually cut these. You can basically just crash these. This much bread is enough for this recipe. So get towel like this, or if you have a paper towel, you can also use that. I'll put this right here. I'm gonna grate my onions right on the towel so I can squeeze the juice later. So rest of the onion can go on the bowl. For this recipe, I will add 1 teaspoon chili flakes, 1 teaspoon cumin, 1 teaspoon salt, and half teaspoon black pepper. For this recipe, I will add also parsley. This much parsley is good for this meat mixture. So I will chop this very thinly. This much is perfect. We don't need too small. For this part, I recommend you to use gloves or your hands. But the ground beef has like so much fat, and then so when you try to wash your hands, it's kind of annoying to like take all the fats out. So I always use gloves, and I'll just mix this like about like 2-3 minutes until everything is fully combined. It will be like a buttery texture. All right. Now put this in fridge for about 30 minutes. If you can do overnight, that will be better. So all the ingredients combine much better. So I will put this in fridge for 30 minutes now. So now, while my ground beef is resting in the fridge, I will start prepping my potatoes. So for this recipe, I'm not gonna fry potatoes. So I'll just bake them, but I just want them to more crunchy. So in that way, I will cut these and then I'm gonna boil these like about 10 minutes until they get like soft but not too soft, and then I'm gonna bake them. So that way they will get more crunchy. So for that, I got my pot here. I will put some water and then baking soda here. So when this get boiled, I'll add my potatoes and then boil them about like 10 minutes or so. Shape of the potatoes, I usually cut like that, and then I basically 1, and 2. So it should look like this. My water is boiling right now, so I'll just add all my potatoes here. I will use bell pepper for this recipe. I got all the seeds first. Now I basically cut them like this much. I don't want them too thin. This is perfect for the oven. I'm gonna put these peppers when I put the my meatballs. All right, the potatoes are ready. They are too hot right now, so I'll just let them sit and then let them rest a little bit so they can leave all the moisture they have. Then I'm gonna put them in the baking tray and we will bake them about like 20 minutes. By the time we can prep or ground beef meatballs. So for the meatballs, get a bowl like this and put some water in it. So the when you give them shape, it doesn't stick in your hands. I basically get like some like this, and then just give them like a nice shape. This is good. I usually make them a little bigger, so because when they cook, they're gonna release some fat, so they get small. So if you're gonna do too small in that way, when you cook these, your potatoes might not be cooked enough, and your ground beef, your meatballs might cook overcooked. So I usually like make them just a little bit bigger, so they can cook evenly. So my potatoes are ready right now. I'll just put some olive oil on the top, some salt, and some black pepper, just a little bit. So we basically have to mix these like this. I will give them space, so because I will also add my meatballs betweens. So it should be good like this. They are pretty soft outside, but they kind of hard inside. So that's what we want, because we're just gonna cook these again. So while we're waiting, I'm just gonna make my uh, butter sauce with tomato paste. We're gonna use that end of the dish as a sauce. It's gonna be great. That's like one of my favorite sauce that I always make. So for butter sauce, I will use 2 tablespoons of butter. You can use salted butter or unsalted. I'm gonna add some tomato paste. This is about like, you can go for like 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. If it gets too dry, you can always add some water. Now this is ready for the second round. I will cook these for about 20 minutes more until the meatballs are cooked fully, and then it's gonna be ready to eat. So let's go. My homemade yogurt. You can also put the yoğurt on the side if you like, but I always use mixer up all the time. I think 2 meatballs is good for the one portion. Or tomato sauce. I'll add some. I just add some water to make it more juicy. You can do that same thing if they get so dry, which is very normal. I mean, you don't have to use it if you don't like it, but I really like parsley. This is my Turkish style meatball recipe. If you like this video, please like and follow. And see you in the next one.